Hey, welcome to Vance Tried It. Today I'm going to be trying something I've been seeing, over and over again on different shorts, TikTok, YouTube shorts, Facebook, these short little videos about people making basically this. Now, there's different ways that I've seen people make it. Some people on a grill, some people on a flat top. Maybe you could even make it in a skillet, but that might have its own problems. But we're going to try it today on this griddle. And basically, for lack of a better term, it's a cheeseburger quesadilla. But the burger is cooked inside the quesadilla. So here's what they do in pretty much all these videos. They take just a regular flour tortilla and they get some hamburger. And I'm going to put my gloves on. Now, I'm using a pretty lean hamburger. Normally, if I was just making hamburgers, I would do an 80, maybe 85% lean. But for this, I went ahead and got 90% lean. It just seemed like I probably wanted a leaner hamburger for this experiment. And so we're just going to take some of this hamburger and we're going to press it down onto our tortilla here. And just trying to get an even coating on here. And that's, I don't know, maybe a quarter of a pound, maybe a little bit over a quarter of a pound. It could be up to a third of a pound. It's hard to say. This is 2.25 pounds in the package. So it's probably somewhere between a quarter and a third of a pound. You just press it on there just like that. Now I'm going to put a little bit of seasoning on there because you know how we are. We like flavor here on Vance Tried It. So we'll put that on there just like that. And now we're just going to take this tortilla and we're going to flap it down onto our griddle. I have this griddle set at 350 degrees. And I think that's probably going to put me kind of where I want it. I'm going to go ahead and put a little butter on this. Now, if you're doing it on the grill, obviously you don't want to put any butter on here. But I think on a griddle or on a flat top, if you have a flat top outside, then I think it'd be perfectly legitimate and fine to go ahead and put some butter on here. And in fact, we are going to go ahead and butter this next slide. Let me get rid of this plate real quick. I'm going to put a little butter on this one. Let me step over here, grab my cheese. Okay, so I'm using pepper jack. Obviously, you can use whatever your favorite cheese is. So I think we might need, a couple slices here. Just get these out and ready to go. Look, see how that's cooking up. Cooking up pretty well. But we do want to make sure we get it nice and done because we're covering the top of it. And when we flip this over, obviously we'll get some heat on there, but it's not going to be the direct heat that you would normally have if you were just cooking a cheeseburger. So we want to let that get nice and brown. We want it really to start to form a crust on there, I think, so that we can make sure that we're cooked all the way through. Now on hamburger, there is nothing wrong with using hamburger at a medium well. It doesn't have to be like brown, gray all the way through. And so we're not completely worried about that, but we're going to go ahead and flip it over. And so as we can see, our hamburger did shrink down a little bit. And that's all right. We're now going to take this cheese and we're just going to put that cheese on there. We're going to put that last bit of quesadilla on there, just like that. And we're going to let this cook up. So we're going to cook this side, we're going to flip it over, and then we're going to brown up the other side. And then when that's all done, we'll come back. We're going to cut this up, and we're going to see what it tastes like, this cheeseburger quesadilla. So we'll see you in, I don't know, probably about 5 minutes. Okay, so we've been about 3 minutes on this side. We're going to go ahead and get this flipped over and cook the other side of it. There we go. So as you can see, we have a nice golden brown there. So we're going to cook that other side, get that all toasted up, and then we'll come back and see what it tastes like. So I'll see you in about another, I don't know, 3-4 minutes. Okay, so we've been at about 4 minutes on this side, and we're going to go ahead and take this off the griddle. Let's turn this off, just like that. We have our handy dandy little circular cutter here. So let's go ahead and cut this down. Just like that. And let's just take a look, see what we have here. So as you can see, our hamburger is cooked all the way through. It still looks nice and juicy though. And so now let's just see what it tastes like. I mean, yeah, this is a good idea. That hamburger cooked up really nice. It's still moist in there. I think it was definitely the right decision to go with that 90%. I think you might start to get it greasy on the inside if you went with an 80 or an 85% lean. It could use some more cheese if you're a big cheese person. Certainly you want to put the hamburger, I think, all the way, make sure you go all the way out to the edge because it's going to shrink up a little bit in here. But this is a good quesadilla. It's a good way to eat a hamburger. You don't have to worry about buns and all that stuff. Just grab a couple tortillas, put this on here. I don't know how it works on the griddle. I might try that some other time. But on a griddle, it certainly works. And look, I tried it, and you should too.